So, as we all know, March is Women's History Month. And to celebrate the history part of Women's History Month, is there a woman or women from history that you find especially inspiring?
Well, there's so many women I find inspiring. First of all, the everyday woman who's a mother, the everyday woman who's a teacher, the everyday woman who basically gets out of her bed to do her best. Like those women inspire me tremendously. But if we talk about, women's in history, I have Joan of Arc, Harriet Tubman, Minerva Mirabal from my island, Ana Caona, an indigenous woman from my island, Mother Teresa, and most recently there we have amazing women's, making headways like Brene Brown, like her research. It's just I love that woman, and one of the reasons why I love that woman is because she gave words to what I do. Like when I start doing my work, like I couldn't really explain like what it is that I do in a way because it's a little bit of I love science and human behavior and psychology and all that great stuff. But then I also do energy work and I do healing and ancient, um, you know, things like shamanic healings and sounds healing and different things. So it's like how do you match those two things together when for generation this being like two opposite, right? Like science and spirituality. And now it's so interesting because we now see how they're becoming, one, because the spirituality is a science. And so I find that Brene Brown, because I work a lot on emotion and understanding emotions and emotional intelligence, which is a nice word for intuition. And so this is what she's doing for me. She's giving me words that I can use for people to understand what I couldn't explain before. Because when I used to say intuition, there was a lot of confusion on that. But now we can use a word like emotional intelligence, or she talks about all this emotion and how emotion inform our behavior, and especially traumas and hurts from the past that we haven't really resolved. And that one of the idea that I love the most that she talked about is the need for belonging, right? The need for connection. um, and so those things I've been talking about for years, but now I find myself with a new vocabulary to be able to really explain it. And she is my superhero. Brene Brown, I love you, babe.